How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review, and yeah, a little bit of house beer going on right now. Some of my favorite kinds of beers: house beers, table beers, in the form of Allagash Brewing's house beer. I have not had this in a while. This is their house beer. This is available at the brewery only. Actually, didn't get any when I was up there last time, but I had a friend of mine go up there about a week or so ago, and he picked this up, and I'm super excited to give it a review because I've always wanted to review it. Like I said, brewery only. It's kind of cool. It's like pretty cheap stuff, 4.5% alcohol by volume, just a generic house beer, what I would assume they're calling their kind of Belgian-style table beer. It's like $40 for a case. And if you spend, you have to pay $60 right off the bat. I believe it's $60 and change, and you get like a kind of a wooden crate that comes with it, kind of like West Vitaland style crate. But then once you get that, you got to go back and they just refill it for $40 a pop. So that doesn't suck, especially from brewery as banging as Allagash. So as far as what it says on the bottle itself, it says Allagash House Beer. Allagash Brewing Company, 4.5% alcohol by volume. This was bottled on June the 21st, 2017. This is August 11th, 2017, so almost 2 months old. And that'd be that. Yeah. Label-wise, it's awesome, because it's just words on a label. How about that? Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk just putting words on a label? It's like crazy. Anyway, let's give this a pop, see what she's got. Yeah, I mean, when you're talking about a house beer, it can be construed a couple different ways, depending on the brewery and what they want to brew and the style of beer they're trying to kind of put across. That's going to be their house beer. Knowing Allagash and how they do things and being so Belgian-leaning with their beers, chances are this is just your more traditional style, kind of monkish, kind of Abbey-style kind of table beer. Pinky Finger, just off late head, and she's got a subtle haze to her, nothing too crazy, just kind of a small, unfiltered looking kind of Belgian style pale. It could be something along those lines. Very nice, kind of subtle yet aggressive kind of carbonation. Pretty stuff so far. Let's see if we can get a nose on her. Goes way more in the Saison range for me. Belgian style Saison, which isn't too far off of a traditional style Belgian table beer. You're basically taking what ingredients are there as far as beer making. You're not going for a specific style. You just kind of make a nice drinkable beer, and that's kind of what I'm getting here. I'm getting a nice sweetness from the malt. I'm getting a nice kind of pepperiness with a little bit of kind of hay, kind of weedy, kind of oaty kind of vibe. A little bit of pepperiness, a little bit of subtle banana cloviness maybe from the yeast. That's pretty much it. Sweet, but not overly sweet. Smells infinitely drinkable, and smells like it's going to have a nice, subtle, funky, slight tartness to it. That's why I'm leaning with the whole kind of Saison-y vibes going on. So, she looks good. She smells fantastic. Let's see what she tastes like. Cheers. Yeah, that's exactly where it lands for me. Your traditional Belgian-style table beers tend to be less aggressive in the yeast vibes for me. Typically, they tend to come off a little bit cleaner, a little bit fresher. This is definitely a little bit more funky, a little bit more murky. Slight funkiness, ever so slight tartness, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of kind of just a little spiciness from the yeast, subtle kind of banana esters from the yeast itself too, nice sweetness to it, a little bit of kind of wheat vibes. I wouldn't be surprised with a little bit of wheat in here, and that'd be that. It's somewhere between like a Saison and a wheat beer. I mean, it's kind of like, close enough to begin with anyway, but with that added extra kind of funkiness going on, you just kind of only get from these kind of Belgian breweries that typically know what they're doing when it comes to smaller beers. And that's the thing. It's small. It's 4.5%. It drinks way bigger. When you talk about saisons and beers like that nowadays, most people kind of take saisons and kind of jack them up in the 7 to 8% range. This is more traditional sense, but you're getting a heaping amount of flavor in here, so you're not getting any kind of loss here. It's not like, oh, I wish there was a little bit more to this beer. It's absolutely footing the bill for what it should be. It's clean, refreshing, vibrant, yet chuggable. Kind of Allagash to a T. So yeah, let's talk about it. It's one of the better session beers. Let's go session. Because, you're talking about 4.5%, something that I could drink all day long. It's one of the better session beers I've had as of late, yes. $40 a case. I'm not quite sure where you're going to get a better case of beer at that price point. I mean, it's probably one of the best price points I've ever seen in my life. So let's put it that way. I mean, sure, you got to pony up the extra $20 to begin with, but, if you live locally, then that's, definitely not a troublesome road to go down. Value and availability, I mean, you have to be by the brewery. Again, pricing is awesome. And just say if you like what we like this. If you like saisons, Belgian saisons, and kind of a little bit of German weed, it kind of has that kind of somewhere in between kind of vibe going for me. I like both. They really do it for me, and just the melding, the way they put those two together, as far as flavors for me. I'm not saying that's what they did, is merged a German wheat with a Belgian saison, but that's kind of the vibes I'm getting. It just works for me. So if those are the flavors that you really covet in a beer, then this is going to be right up your alley. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, anywhere in between, down there, words and stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram on tap. Massive Beers, all 4 of those places if you want to check me out anywhere else. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice Allagash house beer right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.